Howdy there folks, it's Geist, and in today's video I just wanted to go over a quick little change that Bungie mentioned in the recent update that we had, the mid-season update. Now, lightweight bows received an increased final accuracy of about 10%. However, they said that in the mid-season patch preview they erroneously included a change to lightweight bow damage fall-off distance. Bows do not currently have damage fall-off, in large part due to an issue where they could fail to be hit scan at longer ranges. This can cause inconsistent hit registration, and they're not currently enabled to have fall-off damage, but they've been set up to where they could. So I think after all this time, I think bows are finally going to have a major change to them, which is that they're going to have fall-off damage enabled. Based on the chart that we looked at previously, the bows range from somewhere between like 45 and 55 meters for the start of the fall-off damage, so that may not be a major issue. We may not even really see damage fall off on a lot of our PvP maps. This is going to suck in PvE, of course, for shooting adds at long ranges, but that's another discussion because it doesn't really matter. Everything is already spongy and Grandmaster and higher tier content anyway, so whatever, that's not a big deal. But this brings to mind a couple questions to me in PvP, and I just had a couple thoughts and I thought I'd share them. Now, when these changes do roll out next season, of course, we're going to be reviewing that. I'm going to go over that in detail. I'm going to be doing a lot of testing and try to figure out every little aspect of that change, since it's a big one and something that we've never really had to deal with on bows. But just a couple thoughts that I've had on that. You know, this makes me wonder if lightweights finally have their registration fixed, they're going to be a lot better, of course. Currently, I think that there already is an issue where bows will sometimes fail to be hit scanned, even though they said that that's tied to the fall-off damage. I've noticed a few times in some of my testing where sometimes it just seems like the bows are not hit scanned. And then other times, like you saw in one of my recent videos, the bows seem to be hit scanned, and that's why I had it in my head that something had changed. The reality of it is that lightweight bows didn't get changed yet, to a great degree. You know, that small accuracy bump doesn't really do much. However, Tyranny just feels much better than any other lightweight bow for me because of Snapshot, and it's a similar effect as to what happens with Le Monarque or Biting Winds, where a lot of times on controller, and you know, I'm a controller player, so that could be a big part of it as well, but a lot of times on controller, Snapshot will just hand out free crit shots. So for something like a lightweight bow, that obviously is a great thing because they have to go for one of the headshots. Le Monarque is just kind of like, why am I getting these headshots? I'm not even going for them. Pretty soon that's going to change too with the Le Monarque nerf, if that really is a nerf. We'll also be going over that one next season too, so be ready for that. It's going to be a lot of good content next season that's going to be coming out. A lot of stuff I'll try to keep as informative as possible because I'm just as curious as you guys probably are. The other thing that makes me wonder is if we're having this fall off damage, I wonder if that's going to make precision bows lose the double body at certain ranges. Maybe not. Like I said, it might be so far that it really doesn't matter. But if it is substantial enough, I mean, you know, they're just barely over the threshold at 101 to the body. And even then, that's only on a perfect draw. So if something changes next season and that suddenly becomes less consistent on the double body and they have to go for more headshots, that's going to give lightweight bows a lot more value as well. All in all, I'm excited to see these change next season. So just to kind of give you guys a heads up, I am going to be, once again, testing the heck out of these things just to see how that changes next season and just to see how the bows feel. It would be pretty cool if lightweight bows finally felt, you know, good to use as opposed to all the other primaries in the game. And they said a few other things about major changes to bows in general, and they haven't really specified what that could mean. So I'm excited to see what that might mean as well. It might just be stuff with the hit registration, but we'll see what happens next season. Until then, folks, thanks for listening to this little mini rant, and I'll see you soon in some interesting content. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.